Welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel Sherrill. I am going to embark on something that it's not a song lesson per se. It is a song lesson, but this is more of a musical theory lesson. And it's something that can help aspiring songwriters access maybe some new vocabulary when they're writing songs, or access some new colors while they're writing songs. In general, having more tools in your musical tool belt will then create more options for you as you're writing songs. Now here, I'm going to talk briefly about this in the key of C, and then I'm going to go to the song that I think illustrates this stuff really well. So key of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. The dominant chord in the key of C is the 5 chord, is the G chord, which has that leading tone in it. C, B, C. It's a very final feeling. It's a very clean ending. For instance, if I ended on the 4 chord, you're like, can you actually give me the 1 chord so we can actually finish the song? And neither is better, neither is worse. They're all just choices. So what I want to talk about is secondary dominance, which in the key of C, the most common one would be a D major chord. In the key of C, D would be the foundation of building your 2 chord, or the minor, D minor 2 chord. In context of a chord progression, say we're doing C, 1, 4, 2, 5, 1. It would sound like this: C, F, D minor to G to C, F, D minor to G, C. Very, I don't want to say vanilla, but it's a very nice chord progression. Now, if I wanted to make a secondary dominant out of one of those chords, I would take the 2 chord, make it a major 2, and in this sense, make it the 5 of my 5 chord. So if my 5 chord is G, my 5th scale degree of G is G, A, B, C, D. So I'm going to make a major chord out of that 5th scale degree, which just so happens to be my 2nd scale degree in C. Also my 5th scale degree in G. So C, D is my 2nd scale degree. G, A, B, C, D is my 5th scale degree in G. This will make sense when you hear it. So again, the D minor, the non-secondary dominant, will sound like this: C, F, D minor to G to C. Now if I want to change it up a little bit and use a secondary dominant on that G chord, I'll make my D minor chord into a D major chord. C, F, D major to G, C, F, D major to G. Now, you're hearing your ear being pulled into potential key change, which is what the secondary dominants are very adept at. Now, in a lot of folk music, it makes me think of Tall Buildings. There's a half cadence, meaning that we go through a secondary dominant. Do we go through secondary dominant? Not in Tall Buildings. In well, in the song that I'm gonna teach today, we're gonna go from now the key of C to the key of E major. And this song I'm gonna talk about is a very dear song to my heart. It's called "I Got a Name" by Jim Croce. And why it's near and dear to my heart is because I think he wrote this song about a half mile from the house that I grew up in. In Lindell, Pennsylvania, there's a small house, and now there's a placard that showcases Jim Croce and his contribution to that part of Pennsylvania, and also his contribution to modern pop music, folk music from the 70s. This song, "I Got a Name," there's a road that he lived on called 282, which basically follows these pine trees lining the winding road. follows a creek called the Brandywine Creek, and it's a very near and dear creek to my heart. It's where I grew up exploring under the rocks. It's where I recently go fishing, and now I love this tune because not only is it a great song, and Jim Croce's voice is amazing, and the song choices are amazing. This is a song that showcases these secondary dominants. Now, let me show you what they are. So the verse, we're in E major, and I'm gonna play it with my shape up here. So here's my E. Maybe I'll go down there at some point, but here is where I'm gonna form my E, which is 7, 6, 4, and 5. It's basically a C shape up there, but I gotta close it off because I don't want a G natural. I want a B. So here we go. E to D sharp, B over D sharp. That's the regular dominant chord in E major. E, B, C sharp minor, then A, B, 7 back to E. Let me do that again. Like the pine trees winding, like the pine trees lining the winding road. I got a name, I got a name. So that's very standard, no secondary dominance there. But now we go. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad. Here, first secondary dominant is the second scale degree going to major, then to the 5 chord. Now let's do that again. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad. I got a name. F sharp major, you can F sharp 7. I got a name. I got a name. Then here we go to the third scale degree, which is just a good part of the song. And I carry it with me like my daddy did. So 3, minor 3, 4, back to 1. And I carry it with me like my E major. Now here's another secondary dominant which goes to the 6th scale degree. Our 6th scale degree chord is C sharp minor. So I'm going to do the 5th scale degree of that, which is C sharp, D sharp, E natural, F sharp to G sharp. So I'm playing a G sharp major chord right here. And I carry it with me like my daddy did. Secondary dominant, G sharp. If it gets me no, but I'm living the dream. Sorry. And I carry it with me, and I carry it with me like my daddy did. I'm living a dream that he kept hid. Nice. Okay. So this next section, and I carry it with me like my daddy did. G sharp. I'm living a dream. C sharp minor, F sharp major that he kept hid. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway. Then C sharp major, which is the 5 chord of F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp major. Down the highway, rolling me down the highway, rolling ahead. But instead of going to F sharp, we'll go to A major. We're kind of doing this whole tone business, which is awesome. Whole tone meaning whole steps in between the chords. Moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Then we do that whole section again. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the C sharp major, which wants to go back to F sharp. See how that sounds like we're at like the 1 chord now? Bum, bum, bum. But instead it's just moving the chord progression through these chords, which just adds new color. It adds new spice to the section. Okay. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway. instead of going to the F sharp, he goes to A major. Rolling ahead, so life won't. And this B wants to go back to the D, to the E. Life won't pass me by, right? But instead he goes to the D, which is just a brilliant songwriting move. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, rolling ahead, so life won't pass me by. So D, 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 E major, B, C sharp minor. I've got an A to B. I've got an E. E, B over D sharp to C sharp minor. Now our first secondary dominant F sharp, F sharp, B7. Then moving me down the A, G sharp to, no, sorry. And I carry it with pre-chorus. And I carry it with me like my E major. Then G sharp major, like and I carry it with me like my daddy did. I'm living a dream. F sharp major that he kept hid. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway. C sharp major, A major, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Okay, so these secondary dominants lead to the next chord, and it tonicizes those chords, meaning that it kind of makes it sound like it's the one chord. And he uses the 5 of 6, the 5 of 5. He obviously uses the 5 of 1. And he uses the 5, he uses the major 6, the 5 of 2. But instead of using the 5 of 2, he uses the 5 of 2 to go to 4, then back to 5, then back to 1. So let me talk through this once more, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. But here, I think, is an amazing songwriting tool of using secondary dominants to pull the listener to something that is unexpected slightly. Okay. E major, B over D sharp to C sharp minor. A major, I got a name. B, I got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad. I got an F sharp major, B major, I got a B. And I carry G sharp minor to A major, then to E major, G sharp major, C sharp minor, F sharp major, B. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, C sharp major, then A major, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. So all this in a nutshell is that secondary dominants lead to new chords. You can use the 5 of 5, which is F sharp major to B. You can even use the 5 of 4, which is E major to E dominant 7 to A. Then if you dominant the A major chord, A goes to D. It's basically circle of fifth stuff. D goes to G, G goes to C, C goes to F, F goes to B flat goes to E flat goes to A flat goes to D flat, G flat, B back to E. Okay, if you like this music theory stuff, let me know. I can do probably a million more videos of subtle music theory things that really put tools in your tool belt, which allows you to have a really good ear, that you can pick up songs very quickly, just having this process in your back pocket, as well as write the best songs that you've ever written. So I'll see you next time. I hope that you are indeed writing the best songs that you've ever written, and I'll see you next time.